There's a Swahili proverb that goes, Ajidhania amesimama, angalie asianguke, meaning those who think that they are standing up should be careful not to fall down, a saying said to a person who is always very proud. This proverb hits the nail on the head as African countries move to restrict Westerners from traveling to Africa. Uganda has become the latest African country to impose a travel restriction when it announced that visitors from 16 countries, including 11 European countries and the United States, would be requested to postpone their travel to Uganda. Similar restrictions have been announced by many other African countries. Last week, Kenya suspended direct flights from Italy to its coastal resort areas, popular among Italian tourists. Zanzibar, the semi-autonomous island region of Tanzania, also imposed a temporary travel ban on all flights from Italy. Earlier this week, Uganda had deported 22 foreigners who had flown into the countries for health reasons. These current world news events might seem like reverse roles because Europe and the United States have for decades been issuing travel bans and travel restrictions to African countries. These travel bans have mostly been due to a growing anti-migrant sentiment against Africans in their respective countries. Many Africans on social media are calling the current world events a scammer and that it's justified for Westerners in those countries to be subjugated to the same treatment many Africans have been subjugated to for decades. Western airlines and international airports have for decades been accused of treating African passengers differently, offering second-rate services. International airports have also been accused of applying a different set of standards with African travelers, alleging they experience extra security checks and have to further go through terminals to reach their gates. With the United States President Donald Trump also imposing a travel ban to Europeans, many in those countries will get a first-hand taste of what Africans have been going through for decades.
After consulting with our top government health professionals, I have decided to take several strong but necessary actions to protect the health and well-being of all Americans. To keep new cases from entering our shores, we will be suspending all travel from Europe to the United States for the next 30 days. The new rules will go into effect Friday at midnight.
It has further been noted the health checks in many African countries are much more extensive than witnessed in Canadian and United States airports. As African countries get ready to protect its citizens, we may see even more travel bans towards Europeans, the United States, and Asia coming from these African countries. Let us know in the comments below what you think of African countries banning Europeans, Americans, and Asians from entering the country due to health concerns. If you like informative and educational videos on Africa, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to catch all our latest videos. And please feel free to leave your suggestions, news tips, or topics about Africa you'd like us to cover.